Hollywood's releasing another grandiose spectacle soon when Gladiator 2, the highly awaited sequel to Ridley Scott's breakthrough film, comes out. The trailers so far have shown that Gladiator 2 is going to be just as epic as its predecessor, but there's one particular thing that really stands out with the upcoming film, and it is this: naval gladiator battles in Roman Colosseums. Just picture this: you're walking into a Roman Colosseum in the year 52, but instead of seeing gladiators on the ground, you see a massive pool in the middle with real warships and sailors battling it out. This wasn't fantasy. Ancient Romans staged massive naval battles right inside their arenas. For today, we'll explore the fascinating history of gladiators and their unexpected role in naval warfare, highlighting an extraordinary aspect of Roman entertainment. With equal parts bloodshed, naval tactics, and mind-blowing extravaganza, the aquatic gladiator combats were unparalleled in those days. So, buckle up, history buffs, as we're going to sail through the incredible history of the Naumachiae, Rome's amazing water battles. Here's to history. We're glad you could join us for some fascinating facts about these massive naval spectacles in Roman Colosseums. We hope you'll like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more entertaining history lore. While the Roman Empire is often associated with its legions and land battles, its naval might was equally impressive. But did you know that these naval battles were once staged in the heart of Rome, in its iconic Colosseums? Way before that occurred, Rome was already a naval superpower in the ancient world. In the years 264 to 146 BC, the Roman Republic fought in the Punic Wars against ancient Carthage, now located in the land of Tunisia in North Africa. The Punic Wars against Carthage forced Rome to confront its naval inferiority. To overcome this challenge, Roman shipbuilders developed innovative designs, most notably the quinquereme, a powerful warship rowed by 5 tiers of oarsmen. Roman admirals adapted naval tactics to land-based battles, laying the groundwork for the spectacular naval spectacles that would later grace the arenas of Rome. Throughout the 118-year history of the Punic Wars, Rome had won all 3 major battles, subsequently proving that it was the greatest military power in the Mediterranean Sea. One of its greatest assets was its naval fleet, which easily adapted to any situation and create a counter to its enemy's tactics. Like in the First Punic War, the Roman Navy reverse-engineered a captured Carthaginian quinquereme to create a fleet of 300 ships in 3 months. At its peak, the early Roman Navy was one of the largest navies in all of recorded history. A little over a century after the Third Punic War ended, naval battles for war turned into naval battles for pure entertainment. A Naumachia was the ultimate show for Roman citizens. The word Naumachia, with the plural Naumachiae, comes from the Greek words nous, meaning ship, and machestai, meaning to fight. Unlike the usual gladiator fights, these battles involved entire ships, sometimes with real soldiers, battling to the death. It's one of the most extravagant forms of entertainment history has ever seen. Other than for show, these faux naval battles were also staged for propaganda and naval training. Originally, these aquatic combats were first staged in large basins around Rome that the emperors had ordered to be built. Think of these basins as man-made lakes sprouting in certain sections in Rome, developed mainly for these phenomenal mock battles. The first known Naumachia was held by Julius Caesar in 46 BC. He constructed a massive basin near the Tiber River and staged a war simulation with 2,000 soldiers and prisoners on the occasion of his quadruple triumph. It was both an engineering feat and a statement of Roman supremacy. In 2 BC, Augustus organized a more elaborate Naumachia during the inauguration of the Temple of Mars altar. Augustus's Naumachia was a depiction of the Greeks' battle against the Persians in 480 BC. This Naumachia was also created around the Tiber River with a basin measuring 400 by 600 yards. It was said that this particular battle used 3,000 men, not counting rowers, who fought in 30 vessels, with rams and several smaller boats. Half a century after Augustus's grand spectacle, the aquatic combat soon shifted into a more controlled environment at the Colosseum. To create a naval battle in a landlocked arena, Roman engineers had to flood the Colosseum's vast floor. This required intricate systems of pipes, pumps, drains, and aqueducts to bring water into the arena. Once flooded, the arena transformed into a miniature sea, teeming with warships and rowers. The Romans made smaller-scale boats with flat bottoms so these vessels wouldn't scrape the Colosseum's floor. Most of these boats were around 7 to 15 meters in length. When it was time to fight, dozens of these ships would sail around the arena, manned by highly specialized gladiators who were trained in naval combat. Other participants included slaves, prisoners of war, and condemned criminals. Each opposing side would represent an army from historic battles in the past, like Egypt versus Tyre and Athens versus Persia. The combats would often last beyond a day as the combatants would fight and fight until they managed to sink their opponent. The Romans craved spectacle, and these events brought the horrors of war into the theater. The logistics of staging a naval battle were staggering, requiring an enormous amount of resources like thousands of gallons of water, ships, and participants. It's no wonder that these events were extremely rare and usually reserved for special occasions, such as imperial birthdays or grand festivals. These spectacles were not just entertainment, they were also a powerful tool of propaganda, showcasing the empire's military might to both its citizens and foreign visitors. One of the largest Naumachiae in history took place in 52 AD. It was organized by Claudius, who staged a massive battle at Lake Fucinos with nearly 19,000 participants. It was war as entertainment on a jaw-dropping scale. Another famous naval battle staged in the Colosseum was the recreation of the Battle of Sicily, a legendary naval engagement fought between the Romans and the Carthaginians during the Second Punic War. This monumental event was staged during the reign of Titus in 80 AD, and it was reportedly one of the most lavish and expensive spectacles of its time. The Colosseum was transformed into a massive marine arena, complete with artificial islands, ships, and even dolphins and other sea creatures. As the Roman Empire declined, so too did the grandeur of its naval spectacles. The logistical challenges and the changing nature of warfare made these events less practical. In time, the Naumachiae became too expensive and risky to maintain. Later, the Colosseum was modified with a hypogeum, a network of underground passages, which made flooding impossible. With the fall of Rome, these grand spectacles ended, becoming legend. Through the generations, many skeptics have come to doubt if these Colosseum naval battles did actually take place. A prominent scholar of the time, the historian Dio Cassius, wrote this of Titus's Naumachia. Titus suddenly filled this same theater with water and brought in horses and bulls and some other domesticated animals that had been taught to behave in the liquid element just as on land. He also brought in people on ships who engaged in a sea fight there, impersonating the Corcyraeans and Corinthians. It's safe to surmise that from available texts and chronicles, these gladiator naval battles surely did occur. And as Gladiator 2 will soon showcase, the legacy of these battles lives on. They inspired future naval architects and strategists and continue to captivate our imaginations today. The Roman Empire's ability to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary is a testament to its enduring power and creativity. From the fierce battles of the Punic Wars to the dazzling spectacles of the Colosseum, the Roman Empire's naval heritage is a testament to its ingenuity and ambition. By understanding the past, we can appreciate the full scope of ancient Rome's maritime legacy and its enduring impact on the world. Next time you gaze upon the Colosseum, remember the waves that once lapped its ancient stones and the battles that were fought beneath its arches. Thanks for watching our deep dive into the compelling world of gladiator naval battles in ancient Rome's Colosseums. We're curious to hear your thoughts. Do you think we could pull off a spectacle of a similar scale today? So here's to history. We're excited to bring more captivating history topics, so hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to be in the know. See you next time.